The first few minutes is already making us crave for the entire volume 1 of Money Heist. In fact, hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Movies. This is like, I don't know if I should say tomorrow is the most expected year in 2021. Like, everyone is so anxious. Within 7 hours, Money Heist's first 15 minutes has reached almost 2 million views within 7 minutes, meaning that this series is fire. Like, this series is fire. And after I watched the first few minutes, I'm realizing that no, there's no way I'm going to miss this, like, I don't know, there's no way I'm going to miss this volume 1. Like, I can't wait to watch it the next day after tomorrow. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. So in this video, I'll be taking you through what the first 15 minutes is about and why I think they decided to show us the first few minutes. Now let's get into it. So it started with an introduction. They told us how Money Heist has grown, the growth of Money Heist, how people have jumped on it, how we need to jump on it more even now that this is their final season, and it's even making us and like really get into the series more. So it reminded us, the first 2 minutes reminded us of how season 4 ended. You know, season 4 ended with no, it wasn't Lesbon, Professor and the pregnant woman. I call her the pregnant woman all the time. Professor and the pregnant woman, when he was held at a gunpoint. Like, I didn't know Professor would be. It would be so easy to find Professor like this. And there's always this old saying: you always find it if you know where to look. So it's like, is it Raquel or Lesbon? One of them. No, I've forgotten her name. She knew where to look. Yeah, her name is Alisia. So we know how I don't know how I should say, she can be wicked, she can be mean. She's even forgotten that she's pregnant. I mean, that's how I see it. See what she did to Rio, like isolating Rio and doing all these wicked things to Rio. So I feel that she's the character of the series now, like especially with this season 5. I feel she's the character. She's the only one fighting against Professor now. Aside the police, aside the national security that they are now bringing into the matter, aside the military that they want to intervene into the matter, I think Alisia is the only sole person fighting against Professor and winning. Like, she's actually winning because she's the only one who has gotten so close to Professor with like just a few loopholes. Like she caught the loopholes and then she decided to take advantage of the loopholes. But what happens after this? We know that Professor is someone who is always having plan B. If he thinks that it's, let's say if he brings a plan like this for the whole house and he thinks that there could be a sabotage on the day or something, he always has plan B. But it's like he never saw this coming. He didn't know that he was not able to cover his tracks so well when he went to see the police officer and then asked him to give a watch to Raquel. He didn't cover his back so well. Like, he actually went to the house with a car. Like, you know, and at least he could have used a stolen car or wrong car plate or something, wrong number plate, but he used a car that was able to direct him to his current location. And I felt that was a big loophole for such a very intelligent man like Professor. We know, even when you're very intelligent, there's one day that your eye cannot watch everything. You cannot see everything that goes on. Especially if you think you can watch everything, it can sway you sometimes. And I feel that Alisia was someone who swayed Professor at his blind side. So now let's talk about the present tense. Right now, Alisia has got Professor captive. Professor has been held gunpoint. Like, this Professor, the one we all know, who is emotionless, who is straightforward. He doesn't even laugh, he doesn't smile, he doesn't crack jokes. He's this straightforward because his eye is for the money. He's there in pain, suffering. The only time I saw Professor in pain was the time that, like, the only time I saw him this distressed and this looking so dirty was the time that he went to the car side there, I think where they dump sport cars, and then he had to fix his all, dressed like a madman. I think that was the only time that I saw him look this dirty. And then today, Alisia has made him look dirty. When you watch the trailer, the Money Heist original trailer, there was a part that I think when Alisia tries to lure or force Professor to talk about his plan of the escape, something I don't think he would do. He'd rather die than give up his people. She'll end up hanging Professor, and that is what enticed me to watch this film 15 minutes. I was thinking it would be in it, but unfortunately it wasn't in it. The woman tied Professor's neck and then threw him downwards, like making it look like a suicide, or like making it look like he was hanging himself or something. And I'm like, wow, like this woman, she doesn't give a damn that she's pregnant. She doesn't care that she's almost due. She doesn't care that the government is on her neck. All what she wants is the Professor has ruined her career, and she also wants to revenge, or she also wants to avenge that. This first 15 minutes is going to really propel people to watch the actual series. This first 15 minutes is salivating all of us, like including me. I wish I could even watch the series, like the volume 1 today, but unfortunately I'll have to wait till tomorrow on the 3rd of September. So I feel this first 15 minutes was a good strategy. Now coming back to the house, it's like now Raquel is the commander-in-chief. Something that I wouldn't have expected Professor to have done. I feel he has involved his emotions into this, because he always wants them not to involve emotions. Because what are Raquel's qualifications that she should just suddenly become the leader? Someone I was even thinking would be a leader would be Tokyo, but not Raquel. I know Raquel too has her training as being inspector and all that, but not in the criminal aspect. Even if she's doing something in the criminal aspect, I think that her conscience will tell her she's doing something wrong. So I feel Professor didn't really do good making Raquel the commander now. I feel that decision wasn't really straight. It wasn't fair enough, because if Berlin is not there, the best person who has been with the team since day one is Tokyo. Yes, and I feel Tokyo should have been the one to be giving orders. Now we know Tokyo can be irrational, she can be very dramatic, she can be sometimes irresponsible, but we know that when she says she'll do something, she does it well, and her focus is top notch. In the previous season, we saw the bank's security head of security. We saw him and how he was suffering. He really had a big blow in his back with, I think it was a bullet. But in this 15 minutes, I didn't see him. I'm expecting to see him tomorrow. Yes, I'm expecting to see him tomorrow, how he is recovering. So now, we'll see how Professor will manage to let them get away with the melted gold. What is his plan? Because that is what Alisia wants to know. What is his escape plan? Will Professor give up his escape plan? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. And do you think it's fair that Raquel is leading the gang now? Do you think it's fair that Raquel is now giving the command in the house? And if you think it's not fair, who do you think is right to be doing that? Or who has the rightful privilege to be giving others now? In my point of view, I think it's Tokyo, because she's been in it long enough. I'll end here for today. My name is Lydia once again. Till I see you tomorrow for the series. Bye.